Hey, this is Sully for Antisocial News, and this is the Body Count Report for Thursday, November the 9th, 2017. And I talk about tragedy and victory all around the world, people fighting for or losing their lives. And I don't normally talk about the United States unless there's a big mass casualty situation, but I do want to do a story that is up front in USA Today. It is about addiction and how that is killing people in the United States as bad as cancer. So check this story out. Insurers say addiction needs same urgency as cancer care. So there's video, there's a lot of information. So check this story out. It's pretty crazy. Stuff that kills you in the United States is the stuff that kills you because you got it at your fingertips. People die of diabetes, heart failure, with complications of obesity. Those are the number one causes of death in the United States, and this is a epidemic level of death when you see the opioid crisis. So learn about that, see what's going on with that. Moving on to Israel. Israel is in a caught in the middle between an ever-growing controversial situation here. Ynet News has covered it pretty thoroughly in their Middle East section. You can see Saudi Arabia says Lebanon declares war, deepening crisis. I'm going to put a link to these stories. This is a pretty scary situation. This is the Sunni powers versus the Shia powers, and they are flexing their muscles, getting ready for war, and Israel is caught right in the middle of that conflict. So Ynet News, thank you for the stellar reporting on this and all the details that you provide, video and images. They really go above and beyond the reporting, so check that out in the description of this video. Moving on, we have an update on what we talked about with Johnson earlier this week, the Niger Delta Avengers, and check this story out. A lot of details. It's a very interesting situation there because the Niger Delta Avengers, as I pointed out, are a very political group, and that's because they apparently had a at least rhetorical relationship with the former president of the country. So it's a kind of a really convoluted political situation there. I can't wait to talk more about that with Johnson. Today we have to move on quickly, though, to Syria. Syria army announces full recapture of last Islamic State held town. So, I'm not a big Syria army supporter. I'm not a big Bashar al-Assad supporter, but I do have to say, I hate Islamic State. So, good job. Good job on clearing that town out of Islamic State bad guys. Let's hope they stay down. Islamic State's an invasive species. They're disgusting and they are bad for humanity. So, chalk one up for a human victory in this case. All right, we have to move on to Philippines. And speaking of subhuman, disgusting monsters, Abu Sayyaf, who are just disgusting scum, killed 6 Philippine army soldiers and wounded 4 others in an ambush in the town of Sumisip, Basilan. So this is a situation happening in the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao. A lot of this stuff happens in the waters, and I hate Abu Sayyaf so much. I hate the thought that they got those shots off. I hate the thought that they did that they hit these 10 guys, killing 6 of them. It's infuriating, and I really hope that the local Muslim leaders there in the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front and whoever else can get their hands on some weaponry and hunt these disgusting animals down. And I try not to cuss on the channel, but fuck Abu Sayyaf to death with bullets. Huh. Moving on, we have soldier killed, 10 wounded in Vizcaya MPA encounter. Now, this is a very convoluted situation. We have the MPA, and the MPA are a group in the Philippines that have they have political ties that go back quite a ways in the Philippines. So when you talk about the MPA, you're not just talking about cosplayers up in the mountains, as I've poked fun at them, but you are talking about a group that has some roots in the area. So when you have this clash with a soldier killed, 10 wounded in Vizcaya MPA encounter, you might not necessarily be talking about the MPA proper. You might be talking about a splinter group, and I really like how they're reporting this situation. We might be seeing the AFP, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, getting in between a conflict that's going on between the NPA, the New People's Army, the established group, versus the Revolutionary Proletarian Army. So check out this reporting from the North Negros Human Rights Advocates, the NNHRA for short. So the NNHRA is reporting this group is breaking off there. There's already 8 people killed because of it. So keep an eye on this. Here's a picture of these guys. And I gotta say, at least the MPA has their cosplay game on tight. These guys look like they're trying to be rappers. I mean, this guy, what is he? Do you think he's Jay-Z? That's not communist. That's capitalist. He doesn't even know who he's trying to imitate here. So yeah, this is it's a disgusting group, and I didn't tag this. This was tagged by indiebay.org, but I agree. Factional filth, despicable human scum. All right, let's just go and end it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be keeping an eye on this situation. It looks like we might be seeing a splinter off, like we saw a few years back with MILF splintering off into different groups that wanted to be more radical. That looks like what might be going on with the MPA, with the communist militias there. MPA wanting to not associate themselves with other radicals, and groups splintering off from them, wanting to be more revolutionary, more radical, more violent. And of course, Duterte is not going to shy away from killing them. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this situation, because this is the Body Count Report, and I hope you tune in tomorrow, every day, Monday through Friday. There's also going to be other videos peppered in throughout the week, random stuff. I'm going to try to get back into doing Kamikaze Cowboy, and please consider supporting on Patreon. Link should be up on the screen right now. And I love everybody who has subscribed and tuned in here. So please, please, please stick around. This channel is just starting out. This is our first year, and it's just going to be getting more professional and better. I feel like I'm delivering faster. I'm more on the ball. I feel like I'm improving. Feel free to comment and tell me I'm not. Knock me down a peg, please. And I will see you tomorrow.